All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you hope to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago, going into the fact how, and when you read Deuteronomy 28, from 15 to 68, the curses was put upon us, when I say upon us, I'm talking about you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Puerto Ricans, and confusion of faces whose bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are Israelites, whose spirit bear witness that they are a child of the living power. You know what I'm saying? And and the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah or God, and Yahweh Shai is the Heavenly Son, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos or Yeshua or Yeshaya or Yahweh, So when it come down to the curses, we went against the Lord's rules, rules and regulations, and the law, statute, commandments. And one of the curses was that we was going to be casted out of our land, man. So I'm going to read Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It says, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, notice when it came down to the, when Moses, King Mashal, when Moses had brought us out the land of Egypt, you know what I'm saying? We walked, man. They show you that in the old, biblical movies, you know what I'm saying? They also show you that in that movie called The Prince of Egypt, I believe. It's an animation or a cartoon, and it shows that they walked out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So when it says that the Lord shall bring us into Egypt again with ships, that's talking about, the Atlantic slave trade, you know what I'm saying? Because when we was on them slave ships, man, you know what I'm saying? And America was represented as Egypt according to Revelations 11 and 8, man. And it says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. That's talking about not being in our land, man. You know what I'm saying? Because really the nation of Israel is from Israel and Jerusalem, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And that buy you pretty much goes into redeem, you know what I'm saying? Because it would be the time of the curses, you know what I'm saying? So the Lord was going to put these things upon us because we didn't follow his law, statutes, commandments. This was a punishment, Yeah, you see with the auction block, or if you put in because this was talking about captivity. This is talking about captivity, you know what I'm saying, which we're still in yet this day. You know what I'm saying? You put in yoke of iron in Google, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to put no black, you don't have to put no race, no nothing. You put yokes of iron, so-called Negroes gonna come up. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. But when it says thou shalt see it no more again, that's talking about our land, man, our homeland. This is Jeremiah 16 and 13. It says, therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, right? Neither ye nor your fathers, and there ye shall serve other gods day and night, where I would not shew you favor. You know what I'm saying? Because the nation of Israel was going off, man. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't following the law, statute, commandments. So the Lord had cast us out, man. He cast us out of our land, and we went to go serve, like one of the curses is that we was going to, serve, other gods, like it said, but also a nation that whose tongue we wouldn't understand, man. Is, is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 21. It says, and I will, it's like, verse 20. It says, as for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations of their detestable things therein. So the nation of Israel was building idols, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and worshiping them, you know, like till this day, you know, you got so-called Iscod, so-called Mexican, you know what I'm saying? They got the where they worship Mary, you know what I'm saying? They got their statues or they got the painting, you know what I'm saying? You know, they give her praise as if she can receive as if she is the one to forgive sins, man, you know. And then for all of Israel, you know what I'm saying? They believe that the so-called white man, Esau Edom, according to the Bible, is the Messiah, man. You know what I'm saying? When it clearly says in Revelations, the first chapter, the image that they put in these churches is a false image versus what it says in the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? And Christianity and the different customs, you know what I'm saying? You got some Israelites that worship that's Buddhist. They worship the fat statue. You know what I'm saying? You got Israelites that worship stones, different spirits. Try to even worship the angels, man, which you're not supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? The only ones you're supposed to give praise to is Yahweh through Yahweh Shah, man. You know, and because of this verse 21, it says. So like it says, therefore have I set it far from them. Verse 21, it says, and I will give it into the hands of strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. You know what I'm saying? And who is that? That's the so-called white man, you know, the Esau Edom, man. You know what I'm saying? They down there in our land right now, and they call themselves Jewish or Israeli, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, pretty much fake Jews, man, in our land. And what are they doing? They are polluting it because they got the biggest gay pride parade down there. But if they was the real Jews, they would have known that homosexuality was an abomination to the Lord, man. You know, and they're polluting it, man. You know, not only are they polluting that land, they polluting the entire world, man. You know, because Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And there's only one nation that's doing that. The so-called white man, you know, the Edomites, man. They the only ones that's doing that. They the only ones who's polluting the entire earth, man. You know what I'm saying? They the ones who's being and morals are polluting the world, man. You know, you got drag queens going to preschool teaching children, you know what I'm saying, with makeup and dresses and horns and fangs and all types of wicked things and stuff, telling these little kids, hey, it's okay to have the same sex parents. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're telling them at a young age that homosexuality is okay, man. You know what I'm saying? When according to the scriptures, it's not, man. You know, it causes confusion. It actually causes death to a race, man. You know what I'm saying? Because two the same sex, male and male, female and female, you know what I'm saying, cannot reproduce, man. You know? That's why the Lord had made the male the way he is, to shoot seed into the woman, and the woman to be a carrier, you know what I'm saying, for the seed that the man shoots. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the balance right there. The scripture says that the Lord is not the author of confusion, man. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. You got Esau Edom. He's the author of confusion, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? But yeah, we got the wicked. That's because Esau Edom is considered the wicked when you see all his ways. You know what I'm saying? He's in our land, man. We're not in our land, but he's in our land. You know? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. You know what I'm saying? From one end of the earth, even onto the other. You know what I'm saying? So that means that we was going to be out of our land and we was going to go into different parts of the world, you know? And it says, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? Because in these other areas, there was going to be the heathen, man. You know, the other nations that was outside the nation of Israel worshiping their gods, man. You know what I'm saying? And we was going to learn their customs, you know, because like in the book of Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, from like the first verse all the way to like the 4th or the 5th, the Lord was telling us not to mix in with the Hamites, which are the real Africans. You know what I'm saying? Because why? And not to make marriages with their daughters, nor give our daughters on, nor get, you know, make, it's like it, not make marriages with their daughters, meaning don't give our sons into marriage onto their daughters. You know what I'm saying? Or give our daughters onto their sons because their ways was going to pollute us, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. So the Lord has scattered us to the four corners of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't gonna be in our land, and this was a curse for not following the law, statutes, commandments, man. You know, this is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27. It says, "And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord shall lead you." You know what I'm saying? And you know, just another precept proving that, you know, we was gonna see our land again, man. You know, and until Yahweh Shem Yahshua comes back and stuff, and establish the kingdom and destroy America. You know what I'm saying? Which is Babylon the Great, and purify the land of Israel and establish the kingdom again. You know, this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 11. It says, "For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee." You know, thou, though, so like it says, "Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I scattered thee." You know what I'm saying? So once again, the Lord is letting us know that he has scattered us. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says, "Yet will I not make a full end of thee." You know what I'm saying? "But I will correct thee in measure." You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is saying that he was going to make an end of all nations, but not make an end of us. It says, but we'll correct thee in measure. You know what I'm saying? Because the correction is happening now, man. You know? It says, "And will not leave thee altogether unpunished." You know, because there's you know, for the ones that are knowing stuff, we understand that we had went off. You know what I'm saying? We doing the best of our ability to keep the law, statutes, commandments. You know what I'm saying? The ones that we can't keep. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones we choose, the ones that we can keep. You know, you know, the ones that we can keep, and with faith, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to show our faith by our works, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, and for the ones that's not following the law, statutes, commandments, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna get their judgment, man. You know, they're gonna get corrected, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be in the worst way, you know. Now this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. It says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field." Actually, I'm gonna read verse 15 for you. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power," and the voice is the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Because every king sends out messengers to send out his message. It says to observe, to do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 16, it says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city," and cursed, and that means like any like small province that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Like how you got like these different districts and they got certain names. You know what I'm saying? Or different cities scattered off wherever you are, and you know what I'm saying? And it says, "And cursed shalt thou be in the field," and the field is the world, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 38. It says the field is the world, you know? So wherever you are, you know what I'm saying, these curses gonna follow you, man. You know what I'm saying? But it proves that we're gonna be outside of the nation of Israel and somewhere else instead of our own homeland, man. You know, that we was going to be in foreign land that was not ours. You know what I'm saying? you know, and I hope this video was edifying. And I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you hope to be. Shalom and Abba Abba.